here.
Okay.
Happy Friday! I am Rachel, and I'm here with my chickie and sister-in-law, Alana. How are you on this Friday?
I am so good, Rachel. How are you?
Oh, I'm so good because we're shooting our first podcast.
I know. It's
something
a
we've
big
been
deal.
talking about for months.
Yes, months.
Months.
Yep.
So, well, firstly, what are you reading? What are you watching? Catch me up.
Right now I am reading Love. It's one of those Lauren Asher, The Love Unwritten.
I don't know what those are.
Okay, so Lauren Asher is the girl that wrote The Fine Print.
Yes.
Yep. So Rachel got me this book for Christmas like a year ago, The Fine Print, and it's a series. And it's like these dreamland billionaires. So
basically Disney World.
Yeah.
But like our favorite topic.
Disney.
Disney.
Yep. And so this is like a spin-off of the three, but they're in like Wisteria, and it's all right. This is the second one.
Oh yeah, that's what you had said.
Yes. Yep. So far it's only getting 3 stars, and I'm 87% of the way.
Got it.
Yeah.
Well, so I'm reading, as we already read, The Boyfriend, and I can't even pick up my Kindle again to start reading it. It's kind of sad because it was a new book and I was excited about it.
That's too bad. I enjoyed that book.
Okay, I'll read it. I also tried to start Iron Flame again.
Okay.
And I literally can't stand Violet with every ounce of my being. I think she's the most annoying lead character I've ever read in a fantasy series.
That is a road I have not gone down yet.
So the first book is super super good. It's you will read it in a day. I swear. It's so good. And then the second book starts good. And then about halfway through, she's just so whiny. She's so annoying. And I really don't see what the main guy sees in her. He could do so much better.
Hot take,
she's
Rachel.
not an underdog. We're not rooting for the underdog. She's just annoying.
Yeah.
So I can't even finish it for the life of me, but I feel like I need to finish it because the third book, Onyx Storm, is what it is. I don't know when it's coming out, but it's
okay.
I feel like I have to ride this journey.
You're gonna have to.
What if they make it into a movie?
Then you won't even know what's going on.
I need to finish
God forbid.
But it's terrible. The second book, halfway through, terrible.
Do you have a hard time DNFing books? Do not finish?
Yes, because there's a young adult series that I started a million years ago called The Red Queen.
Okay.
And Daniel and I have been listening to it in the car when we're on road trips. And I forever have been pushing off listening to the last book. And Daniel keeps bringing it up we need to listen to it. We need to listen to it.
He is down.
We haven't finished it. And we are now currently halfway through. And literally nothing has happened. And we still have about 20 hours left.
Slow burn. That's a slow burn.
Yeah, but it's the last book. We've been slow burning for a while. And this is another book where the main girl is now becoming insufferable that the guy, because they're not together right now, why does he need to go back to her? She's being insufferable. She literally can't see a single thing besides her point of view.
Sure.
Annoying main girl leads just kill books for me.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Yeah.
You feel that way quite often. And something funny about Rachel is forever ago, 2-3 years ago, I don't even know how long, it had to have been 3 years ago, we started reading, we went down many people, Colleen Hoover rabbit hole. And so we were going through all her books, and I think I had read
you'd read most of them by the time I started reading them.
The movie just came out. What the heck?
It ends with
us.
It ends with us.
Oh, that is how horrible it was from start to finish.
But yeah, so Colleen Hoover. And I read another one. I don't even remember the name. Maybe Not. Is that what it is?
Yeah, I didn't read that because that was that series.
Yeah.
I didn't get into her series.
One. And that series, that first book was kind of out there.
I kind of feel like at some point all her books start to feel the same.
I would agree. I felt like this one didn't feel the same, but I just wasn't invested in these characters. I mean, the main guy cheats on his girlfriend.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which I'm totally down for if it's hot and
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
But, like, not when it's, like,
I know, because
it's not when it's, like, a sweetie boy and, like, he cheats on his girlfriend. Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
No, I was just thinking about that as well. The book I'm reading right now has like smut in it, but it's like, oh, I think you're so beautiful, smut. Like, I don't, if I'm gonna read smut, like, I want to read like,
Yeah, I'm a big
I don't
no
want like
smut person. Like, I
cringy.
just, it's
Yeah,
just not for me.
I know. It's filler. It for sure is filler in a
for
book.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only, like, series that I've been, like, okay with it is A Court of Thorns and Roses. And that's actually
There's barely
series-
any.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I haven't read Silver Flame.
No, I have not.
So
I've yet to
once you get there.
crack that open.
Yeah. But that is actually one where I feel like the lead could be considered annoying, and I loved Farrah through the whole thing. So
like, I like don't have an issue with Farrah, but I think that her whole like artistry painting
okay, well,
trope.
she's a bad artist.
Yeah, she has to be. She has to
Like,
be.
she has to be. Like, there's no way she's a good artist.
No, there's no way.
But so that's like what I'm reading. Nothing at the moment because I can't finish anything. But what are you watching? Because I'm stuck in reality television. So I've been on 90 Day Fiance, Sister Wives,
Yeah.
The Challenge. Like,
no,
that is where I have been stuck in.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now too. I feel like nothing good has come out yet. Like, I feel like they finished their fall drops and now it's going to be like winter, spring for like our shows.
I actually started Dr. Odyssey.
Okay. Someone else was just telling me about that.
It's actually not bad.
Okay.
I didn't know what to expect.
Okay.
I thought like maybe it'd be a little more spicy, but it's not.
Okay.
But it's good. I don't know. It's about doctors and nurses on this like cruise ship, this like luxury cruise ship.
Yes.
And like the new doctor that comes in and the male nurse both like the female nurse, and they both hooked up with her.
Is that on Hulu?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it giving knockoff Grey's Anatomy, but cruise?
I've never watched Grey's Anatomy.
Oh.
So I actually couldn't tell you.
Okay.
It was pretty good. There's like just 3 main leads and then like the captain.
Okay.
It's pretty good. It's
Yeah.
been okay.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah. And I've been, for the first time ever, watching Dancing with the Stars. And I don't even know what pushed me into watching Dancing with the Stars.
This has been a big year on TikTok.
It is.
Yeah.
So the people that are left are Joey from The Bachelor.
Yeah.
Whom I love. Like, he is so good. So something that's like been going around is that like his fiance Kelsey, who he got engaged to on the show, like, isn't she so jealous of him with his dance partner Jenna?
She's really not though. She's super unbothered.
But also like Jenna's married.
She is married.
And one of they go
on couple dates together.
Yeah. So like it just blows my mind that people are like, aren't you so like they're dancing?
Yeah.
Like they're not like, I don't know. That's so wild to me that we've stretched like this. There was an article that said like Kelsey had been off of Instagram for a while, and that people thought it was because there was like issues with her and Joey because of Dancing with the Stars. But like that girl is like literally at the show every single week.
Yeah, no, she's just sick of everyone.
Yeah, she said there was like personal issues, but not personal issues to do with her and Joey.
Yeah.
Like she followed up with a post of like with wine, and you could see her engagement ring in the picture.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So it's just like, I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't get it either. I feel like they're a pretty solid couple.
Yeah.
I guess we don't know what's going on, but this has become such a culture where people are like quick to assume like, little things and pick up.
I think that's because Brooks and Gleb, who were on there, were like rumored to be dating, but they're not anymore. They were, and they broke up.
But now I think I saw this TikTok girl, I can't remember what her name was, but she pulled up videos of Gleb and she pulled up videos of Brooke, and they were filming in the same spot.
Yes.
Like, I believe it's like in his kitchen or like her kitchen or somewhere like that.
It was either a whole shtick.
Yeah.
And like, to get votes or play
It
that
for
card,
sure was.
whatever. Or they actually like were slightly dating, but then after they like got kicked out, they called it quits.
Yeah.
Danny Amendola is left as well, and his partner is Whitney, and I think Whitney is one of the better pros.
Sure.
That's there. She's also gorgeous, but love them too. I would root for them to win. I don't remember who else is left. Alona Mar, and her partner, and Dwight Howard and his partner, which the two of them dancing just kills me because she is about this tall and he is about this tall.
Okay, but she was like that last season too.
Yes. And the last dance they did, because it was like their horror night, was fun. Like it was good. Like it was one of his best that he had done. So I could see where that, like, they didn't get eliminated. But I also don't think Jen should have gotten eliminated because, like, her and Sasha did such a good job on the horror dance. I loved it. And they got eliminated.
Yeah.
I really can't say anything because I don't vote during the live vote. So I didn't do anything to keep her there, but
we're kind of on a reality TV kick too right now. The newest episode of Abbott, or the newest season of Abbott Elementary just came out.
I'm still catching up.
I know. So we've kind of been waiting every week for that now.
So I've been back. So I go through like phases where I watch Jeopardy every day and where I don't watch Jeopardy every day. And I'm on my phase of watching Jeopardy every day. And when I was scrolling for things to talk about, there was a Jeopardy like story. And I just have to tell you about it because I heard it yesterday. Like it was a question. It was a question that people feel like either like not snubbed Travis Kelce, but it called him out on being Taylor Swift's boyfriend. It was this, are you smarter than a fifth grader host might be better known as a boyfriend than a 3-time Super Bowl winner.
Okay, but fair.
Like, that's what I'm saying.
People know who the Kelseys are, but she definitely put them on the map more than they had been.
He was already on the map.
Yes.
To the extended public.
I mean, what was there an article that we were looking at that he makes more from literally dating Taylor Swift and like the public than he does in the NFL right now?
He's in every commercial on television.
Yeah, he's a popular man.
Yeah,
man of the year.
Him and Jason have their podcast.
Yeah.
So he's a busy man.
He's a busy man, and he's Taylor Swift's boyfriend. He's
also busy going to the Eras tour until it's done in December, which is a hard pill to swallow.
It is a hard pill to swallow. You've already been once, though. So.
I have been, but it's a whole different show now.
It is a whole different show.
It's not the same.
No.
Now I'm watching on Granny live streams to see what the surprise songs are, and if she'll announce Rep TV anytime soon.
Yeah.
It's so hard to get tickets to Indianapolis, and I failed miserably. 6,000 place in queue. Yeah. Never gonna get a ticket.
Yeah, it's really worth the shot though. And I just think people don't get it. Like people are like, this is crazy.
New Orleans, I could have been first in line, but I was not allowed in the queue.
I don't know. We talk about this at like when we're together on weekends with like family, and like Ethan and Rachel's mom is like, this is crazy.
You guys are absolutely ridiculous.
I'm like, you just don't get it.
No, you don't.
No. Have you been hearing about Zach, Brian, and Brianna's chicken fry? Yeah.
Yes. So I'm not like fully caught up on the whole thing, but from what I've read, he tried to pay her $12 million to buy it?
To STFU. He was like, sign this NDA and here's $12 million.
Yeah.
Yeah. But she refused. She did not do it. And then Dave Portnoy and whatever their co-host is. Yeah. I don't even know.
I don't know.
Name, but they made that diss track about him. Did you hear? Yeah. Okay, it was actually really funny.
I have not listened to it.
And then she came out and did their podcast, and she was talking about him, and she's talked about, like, which was really sad, and I think people, like, really, like what we talked about, dissected, and like throughout this last year during her relationship, people were really beating her down, calling her a bad friend, like to Grace O'Malley, her other co-host. They've been friends since like childhood, you know?
Yeah.
They were really beating her down, and they were like, you're a bad friend. Grace doesn't deserve you, and da da da. But like behind the scenes, she was in an abusive relationship.
Yeah.
So like you like never know.
Never know what's truly going on.
No.
Okay, moving on to one of our favorite topics for both of us that we can't stop talking about.
Yes, Disney.
How did we end up with 2 trips booked within the next year?
Okay, so here's the thing: is I feel like I get a lot of heat from like people at work that like are like, I don't know, you don't go to Disney for your kid at this point anymore. You go for yourself. And like, here's the thing: I do, and I am not ashamed to admit it. Before I will admit that like. So I didn't go to Disney growing up, but my husband and Rachel, they went as kids once. Yep. Okay.
So Ethan and I went once together as like a family.
Yeah. So we're going on this trip with your mom.
Yes.
Yes. And because she had said back in April when we went
to Disneyland, because we invited her.
Yep. And she's like, no. And because I truly do not think your parents are very interested in going. But I think that she didn't know how soon we were going to do this. And so it was the 4th of July, and Rachel and I went to go pick up pizzas at the lake. And we're like, what if we go to Disney?
So we always get in this habit where we try to plan trips to other places. And it's just so much easy. Like, let's just go to Disney.
Yeah.
It's so easy.
Yeah.
We don't have to agree on where we're going. We don't have to agree on a place we're staying.
Yeah.
Let's just go to Disney.
Yeah, I do think we did go to Europe together. And we did we just like we travel well together.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, and it's not like a small like and we have now she's 5.
She's 5.
But we have a 5-year-old with us whenever we go to these places together. So it's not like but we're not outnumbered by any means. It's like 4 to 1, so it makes it easier.
So I was talking to Daniel about this the other day.
Yeah.
About how people hate bringing their kids to Disney World because it just sounds like the worst thing in the world and so much work. And I was like, we actually don't know what it feels like to truly bring a child to Disney because we have 4 adults for 1 child.
And I feel lucky. She's very go with the flow.
She is, and any of us can watch her. Any of us can take care of her.
Yeah.
It's not just one person that would have to sit out having her.
Yeah.
All of us can watch her.
And she loves rides.
Yeah.
And she loves experiences, so she's really just down.
We won't know what it's like to bring kids until, like, if Daniel and I had 2 kids or 3 kids and go to Disney World.
I know.
That might really set us over the edge. We don't know what it's like to go to Disney with children.
Yeah.
Because we only have 1 child and 4 adults are watching her.
No.
On this trip, 5 adults will be watching her.
Yes, pretty much. Yeah, I just feel like your mom didn't know what she was getting into. All of a sudden, we're like, we're going to go to Disney. You said you were going to come with.
And then she said, you're coming with.
Yeah, so now she's coming with.
Yeah, but we're going to be there Saturday through Thursday.
Yep.
Like, it is one of our longest Disney trips.
For sure, one of our longest.
Yeah.
Oh, for all of us together.
Not like our longest trip together, but Disney.
Yeah,
trip.
It for sure is the longest we've ever been at Disney. Yeah.
So we're going to Magic Kingdom.
Yep.
According to Ethan, we're going to the water park.
Yep.
January weather, I don't think we'll be going to the water
park.
No,
I'll be opting out of the water park, but then I get like this wife guilt.
I don't think you should, because to have to sit at a water park that's 50, 60 degrees sounds terrible. I think I could go with you and Daniel.
Yeah.
My husband does not like water.
No, he doesn't.
He barely gets in the water at the lake.
He's been in the last couple of years doing well.
Yes, he doesn't like water.
No.
In the shower, Alana, he
puts a washcloth on his face.
No, he keeps a washcloth so he can wipe off his face, and he doesn't put his face under the water.
He told me this, that he had told me, I think it was just last year I found out, he goes, yeah, I have a washcloth, like, over my face.
No, he doesn't put it over his face. He has it near him so he can wipe off his face.
Sweet boy, yeah.
So Daniel will not be going to the water park. I can't think of anything he would hate more.
Well, I'm actually excited to go around with Daniel because I haven't done, I mean, I'd be excited to go with any other adult, but I have done Disney with one other adult, and it was just my dad, and we did an Epcot day. But I am excited to go and just see what it's like without having to be like, oh, Austin's good, Austin's here.
Yeah.
Are you hungry? Are you thirsty? Like,
Yeah.
and just worry about myself.
Have a totally kid-free day.
Yeah.
Until the last half of the day, because Ethan only wants to go for a couple hours to the water park. So why are we going to the water park?
Okay, but in all fairness, so we gave different dates of Disney of when we should go in January. And
he's purposely doing this to go to the water park.
Yes, he's holding us against it. We're going over Ethan's birthday. And so Ethan has been asking for the last at least four Disney trips.
Yeah.
Or three, maybe.
Whatever it is, he just wants to go to the water park.
He wants to go to the water park. He wants to relive this childhood memory.
A nostalgic.
Yeah.
All he wants to do is go sit in that wave pool and let the waves bash over him.
And here's the thing.
I know that's the only thing he really wants to do is sit in the wave pool. I guarantee you.
Okay, and here's the thing about Ethan is I've kindly talked to him. I'm like, look, it's gonna be cold. Do you care if I don't go to the water park? He goes, no, I don't care at all. Austin and I are gonna go. We're gonna have a good time. I'm like, Ethan does not like to be cold, hates to be cold. And it is the most obnoxious shiver. He's hunched over this going freezing. He hates to be cold. We can't even sleep with the window open because in the morning I'm getting death glares about how cold he is. His teeth are chattering. He's making all this noise. I'm like, seriously, it's not that cold at 60.
But he wants to go to the water park at 60 degrees.
He does. And he's like, but it's Florida heat. It'll be better.
But
I'm
it's
like,
not because it's freezing.
Yeah, I know. So I don't know. We'll figure it out. I really, truly think that Daniel and I are going to get all the way to the park we decide to go. And we'll be there. And in an hour later, we'll get a call that are
No.
we're done.
That is not going to happen. If we go outside and you can't even wear shorts outside, we are not going to the water park. That doesn't even make sense in the slightest. So if you and Daniel get somewhere, because you're either going to go to Hollywood Studios or Epcot, then the rest of us have to come to either Hollywood Studios or Epcot. If we never went to the water park, we'd all go to Animal Kingdom.
Yeah.
Because that's the park we're not going to this trip.
Yes, and Ethan also wants to go to Animal Kingdom.
I know he does. He will either get to go to the water park or he'll get to go to Animal Kingdom, and those are two things
that he wanted to do.
Okay, so he wants to go to the sci-fi dinner.
Yes.
Which is fine. I personally didn't think we needed to have a reservation in Hollywood Studios, but with the sci-fi dinner, we can bundle it with the Fantasmic package, which means we get seating at Fantasmic. There's a section we get to sit, so we do not have to get in line for Fantasmic an hour before Fantasmic starts.
Yeah.
So then again, we are sitting in the sci-fi diner for an hour.
Yeah.
It really is weighing your options there, but I think it'll be fine. Ethan wants to do it. We're going over his birthday, and now he gets to control the whole trip.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, shall we move on? Do you have your story for the week that you would like to discuss, or would you like me to go first?
I can go. I have it up.
Okay. Because I have let me just give you the topics of mine.
Okay.
Mine is just, well, we kind of already talked about quite a few of mine. Mine was relationships type thing. So I was going to talk about the Travis Kelce Jeopardy thing along with the Joey Kelsey Dancing with the Stars thing. So I guess I only have one more left in my category. So you go first.
For relationships?
Yeah.
Mine's relationship as well.
Okay, what is it?
Zoe Kravitz?
No, Channing Tatum.
Yes. Okay, so mine is Zoe Kravitz and Channing Tatum calling off their engagement and breaking. Yes. And so it was up in the air why they were doing it, but they in Style just came out from a reliable source, I would say, that said they just were growing apart. Most couples, that's just what happens.
It is what happens.
Yeah.
Very
they both
sad.
have really busy active lifestyles.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very sad.
It is sad. It's sad.
Yeah.
Both beautiful people.
Mine is a topic we kind of discussed. We discussed Bobby Flay the other day. So he did something of where Kristen Cavallari and Bobby Flay stand after he confessed to sliding into her DMs.
This man is wild.
So he said, I mean, there wasn't really much there. Kristen and I have been friends for a long time, and so I called her and I was like, I want to do your podcast. I think it'll be fun. Bobby Flay, I just don't know why.
I didn't know he had so much riz.
I just, again, like I said, from what I heard from a different podcast was when they were like, I can't believe Bobby Flay has a show, Beat Bobby Flay. Like, who does he think he is? Like, you have these amateur chefs or these, like, professional chefs that are going against you, but, like, you always win. I've never watched an episode where Bobby Flay doesn't win his own show.
Yeah, he's a goofball.
He is. Oh, well, in this, so I don't know if I'm taking this out of context, but when he DM'd her, it said, I'm going to be in Nashville for one night. Can I take you to dinner? And she replied back, I'm already dating somebody.
Oh. That's tough.
That's tough.
He needs to be humbled. You know what? That's not a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing.
No.
But Kristen Cavallari is not dating that, like, TikToker she was dating anymore.
No,
right?
That 18-year-old.
I don't know if he was 18.
Montana Boys. Is that who they were?
Mate, perhaps.
Yeah.
Was he 18?
No, he was
not
like 21 or 22.
Yeah.
He was.
But they are no longer dating. Oh, and he said, I just want to go to dinner with you. Like, not in, like, a romantic way, after she replied that she was dating somebody.
And then what did she say? You got the DMs up?
So he said, you and I had a situation where I'm coming to Nashville for literally one day for a meeting, he noted during an episode of her podcast. And I was like, who do I know in Nashville? He said, I DM'd you and I said to you, now I know what words I used specifically because you reminded me. I'm going to be in Nashville for one night. Can I take you to dinner? He continued. And you literally said something to me like, I'm already dating somebody. However, their recollections soon diverged. Kristen, who ended her relationship with Mark Estes in September, suggested she simply told him she was over dating, but Bobby remembered it clearly.
Bobby.
No, you said, I literally started seeing somebody, he said, and I said, I just want to go to dinner with you. And after seeing Bobby's response, Kristen knew she slipped up, joking, it was like foot and mouth. She added, there's a fair argument that I shouldn't just assume that you wanted to take me on a date. But, like, he for sure just wanted to take her on a date. He wasn't asking her just to go to dinner through her DMs. Get out of here.
He is embarrassed.
But she, like, turned him down, and like, she came up with this excuse.
Look, this is the first time Bobby Flay got beat at his own game. He got cooked. Did you buy his cat food?
Yeah, my cat hated it. She wouldn't eat it. So it's not, it might not have anything to do with his cat food. But my cat does not like fish flavored things.
Yeah.
And we got her the salmon one.
Why did you get her the salmon one?
Well, because we didn't know at the time that she didn't like fish flavored things. And so we got the salmon one because that was just what was there. And we got her the salmon one and she like would not eat it. But we've also gotten her like salmon treats or like fish flavored treats and she will not eat them. So now I've just come to the consensus my cat does not like fish.
Sure.
Who knew? But she's a
knew?
picky gal.
She's
just
a
like me.
line. Yeah, she is a picky gal.
She's a picky gal.
You are a picky gal.
Yeah, we're both picky gals. Anyways, to wrap this up, final story, Wicked. Are you excited to go see Wicked? And are we going on Thanksgiving?
Yes, I believe we're going on Thanksgiving.
I believe so too.
Get tickets.
Yeah, well, when we looked, you couldn't get them for Thanksgiving yet. We'll have to look again.
Okay, I didn't know if they just weren't selling tickets that day or if it was like first come.
So I know you haven't seen Wicked since you were little.
Yeah, since
you saw it when you were little. Act 1. So this movie ends at Act 1. I'm assuming. Like, that is the songs we are getting.
Yeah.
Is through Act 1. So it's going to end on Defying Gravity. Yeah. Like, that's where we're going to end.
Yeah. And that's what they've been teasing in the trailers.
Yeah. So I told Daniel that if it doesn't end with the last note of Defying Gravity and then a black screen, like, you ruined it for me. Like, we need Defying Gravity. Last note, finish it off. She's there in the air.
Goosebumps.
Elphaba's in there. Black screen.
Yeah.
Because like that's what happens in the theater. The curtain go.
Yeah. I
like,
bet they
close.
will. I bet they will.
I just think if they try to put anything after it, like it's not like a grand closing to Act 1 or Part 1.
Yeah. I don't know if I can wait until November of 2025. That's a long
It is a long
ways.
time. The only thing that is so great is that Part 2 is going to start with one of my favorite songs, Thank Goodness, where Glinda's the star of the song. Like, it is her song. And it makes me so happy.
Yeah.
To think about. Like, Part 2 actually has some really good songs in it.
Yeah.
Like, I know everyone's like popular Defying Gravity, and that's all in Part 1.
Yeah.
But Part 2 has As Long as You're Mine with
Yeah.
Elphaba and Fiyero. No Good Deed is one of my favorite songs of Wicked, and that's in Part 2. And then Thank Goodness is in Part 2.
It'll be good.
So
and then we'll be able to go to Part 2 during next Thanksgiving.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. I think it'll be so wonderful. And Ariana Grande is just so perfect for Glinda. Like, I'm so excited to see her in it.
She was for sure worthy of this part. She's been pining for it or putting it out there.
Like
manifestation.
Her lifetime goal.
Yeah.
Is to play Glinda.
Yeah, which is super cool.
Glinda.
Yeah. And same with Cynthia. I think she's a good.
I think she sounds
so. She's beautiful and just perfect. Yeah. No, she has an amazing voice.
So I'm really excited to go. But that wraps up everything we were going to talk about. Have a happy Friday, everybody.
TGIF.
Bye.